Hello, my name is Ioana, and in this video I will introduce you to one of the first interfaces that you will see when you start working with our ERP. You can find the interface in Administration, System Setup. Before we get started with these steps, I'll quickly present the interface itself. It consists of a list of steps that configure various functionalities of the modules in the system. The arrow on each line opens to its right the interface where data should be entered in order for specific settings to be made. The list has two viewing options. The first one is the current one as a table format, and the second one is a tree view. The interface works as follows. You open each step, you complete the settings within, and then check here to confirm that the settings have been completed. Once you complete each step, you can change the status of that step to green, which means completed. With the same check, you can return to the unconfigured status. Now let's take a look at the points to set up. For each step, you will find a separate video with detailed explanations on our YouTube channel. The first step is related to the system settings, and here, together with your consultant, you will get some basic features for your system, such as the language in which you would like to work with the system, the language in which you would like your financial documents to appear, and so on. The interface is only visible to the administrator user and should not be configured without consulting us. The second step is entering data about your company and your sales offices. With the Edit button, you can change the company data, change office names, and add new ones if your company structures requires it. The next step is related to the management of roles within your company. The roles that you see here are synonymous with standard company positions, and we've preset some examples for you. If you wish to add or delete, these can be modified according to your needs from these buttons on the right. The next interface is related to your users' data. These are the other employees who work alongside the administrator and who should have their own usernames and passwords. Next is inputting the currencies that you work with. We've added some examples, but you can add more or remove what you don't use. Number 6 is the financial accounts configuration. Here you should input data about your cash accounts, bank accounts, and virtual accounts. In this interface, you can also manage the user's rights over them. Number 7 is related to warehouse setup. Depending on the logistics of your company, you will enter data about your warehouses and sub-warehouses, determine who has the rights to see them and who has the rights to work with them. Next step is about determining all payment methods used by your company in order to later link them to financial accounts. Step 9 refers to the delivery methods that you use in your company. This includes company transport, customer transport, or all your couriers. Interface number 10 is defining everything you need about your taxes. You can set up different types of taxes, different tax rates, and create tax templates to use both on your sales and purchases. Interface number 11 is about creating sales order types. This is where you define sales templates in order to make your work easier and faster. Here you define the way your stock is going out of your warehouse, the way you're invoicing your goods, the payment methods that you're using, the tax templates, and the currencies that you've allocated to them. Interface number 12 is about financial categories, and here we have already introduced a thorough breakdown of income and expense categories that you might need. You can either use them as such or change them as you wish. We move on to the settings of the logistics module. This is the first more serious data entry effort, as it affects the nomenclature of your items and cannot be predefined by us. The first step in setting the logistics module is to enter the units of measurement for your items and services. The following step is about entering categories in which your items, services, and other operations are grouped. Interface number 15 is about inputting your brands And then, in the last step of the logistics module, the introduction of your nomenclature with all your items, bill of materials, and services. This can be done by either downloading an Excel template generated by our ERP, filling it in and then importing it back in here, or it can be done manually from the buttons in the header. You will need to keep in mind that step 16 is only possible when you have fully set up the other 3 steps of the logistics module. The next step after entering the nomenclature is the 17th step, and it refers to the CRM module. The system comes with predefined types of partners and the statuses and characteristics that you can allocate to them. You can either use or modify the data that you see. Step 18 refers to customers' price lists. Step 19 refers to customer types price lists. And at step 20, you determine your points of sale. These depend entirely on your organization, and our implementation consultants will help you define them. At step 21, 22, and 23, you define specific pricing policies that give you more flexibility when it comes to the way you sell or buy. The first one is to enter unique prices. The second one is to input discount per each line. And the third one is to input discount per document. Step 24 and 25 are the last of the system settings and allow you to import data about the partners you work with, either client or supplier, as well as to import the balances for each partner. To do that, you can again generate Excel forms, fill them in, and import them back in the system. These were briefly the first steps that will get you started with your new sales race system. For each step presented, you will find separate videos on our channel that will help you set up your ERP correctly. Thank you for watching. Have a great and productive day.